open. They're off and racing at the Cambridge Stud.
It's a life of glamour and fairy tale success. And today, the tale has a happy ending.
Well, it keeps us all charged. It's a big thrill. That's what keeps us going.
David Ellis has one of the shrewdest bloodstock brains in the world and total commitment to success. And it's here on his Waikato farm that the passion begins.
Good boy. Yes, you're all loved, aren't you, eh?
It's shearing time at Akau stud near Wahia in the western hills of Waikato. They grow good-sized Romneys on the 1,600-hectare property. Early lambing means the first of the spring drop are ready to be weaned. Te Akau's best known for its bloodstock progeny, but sheep and cattle are also pivotal to the mix here. The racing business often takes David Ellis away from the farm, but when he's home, the bloodstock supremo likes to get hands-on.
I love working with the group of people that we have here. It's fun. It's fun going out on the farm each day.
Certainly some nice lambs amongst them.
The boss seems happy.
You know, I'm thrilled with the way they look. Very good, boys.
The shearing gang knows this property well. They've been shearing David Ellis's sheep for the last 30 years, some even starting their careers here.
Yeah, I'm thrilled with the way these sheep are coming out of the wool, Russell.
Yeah, he's like in the shearing, eh?
The fleece showing no sign of the tough Waikato winter. It looks like silk. A graduate of J.J. Stewart's Flock House Agricultural School in the 70s, David would be happy to talk farming here all day.
Beautiful quality wool, JR.
And he's delighted the price is up.
Well, that's about time, isn't it?
David Ellis is city-born and bred. Right from a young age, he had a hankering for the rural life. Even when he was still at school, he wanted to be a farmer.
I used to go out on friends' farms at school and ride the motorbikes around and help them muster the sheep for docking in the August school holidays, and I thought, wow, what a great way to earn a living.
These young bulls are putting on 2 kilos a day and well and truly paying their way.
They're doing as well as Luca's. You got the mother-in-law there still? Hey? No. She gone?
As a young man, David was determined to realise his passion to be on the land, and for him, that meant owning a farm. He says it was a huge challenge, but putting the deposit together was the ultimate thrill.
I wanted to go farming, but I had no money. So I thought I'd take a shortcut, and I went and worked in the freezing works for 5 years. And I had a second job painting houses, and I had a third job on a Sunday pouring petrol on the service station, and I finished up saving pretty hard, $40,000. It doesn't sound a lot of money, but it was an awful lot of money in the 1970s. All right, guys, thank you very much. I was lucky that year we got $6.50 a kilo for our wool. This last year, $2.50. So you can see that we had a pretty good year to start with, and I was on my way.
Paid for the fertiliser?
More than paid for the fertiliser. The fertiliser bill that year was about $15,000, and my wool check was over 50. Right, we're in business, guys.
Taking pride in producing good stock.
It's beautiful.
David also enjoys eating it. He's perfecting these milk-fed lamb racks as a signature dish. Tonight, Sam Boyd's helping as David whips up the evening meal for wife Karen. Her day job means a regular commute to Hamilton.
You can tell the dogs are all very keen.
This should be absolutely magnificent.
When I first got married, I said to my mother, I rang her one day and I said, oh my goodness, this is unbelievable. I'm trying to cook dinner. And my husband keeps saying to me, I don't want you cooking dinner. Don't cook dinner. This is something that I do. And I was a little bit miffed about that because I'm a reasonably good cook as well. And my mother said to me, what is your problem? You just need to relax and enjoy. She's a wise woman, my mother, isn't she?
This is beautiful.
The home-cooked meal gives David and Karen a chance to catch up with Sam, who's worked with David for 28 years.
You've got 5 foals coming home tomorrow.
So they'll go across the road?
Yep.
It's important everyone's at Te Akau tonight. At first light tomorrow, the stud's expecting a special arrival. Late spring is always a special time at Te Akau and Waikato. The stud mares are arriving home with their offspring. They left 3 months ago to give birth to their foals in Cambridge. Everyone turns out to welcome the new progeny as their mums show them off on home turf. No one's anticipating the arrival more than groom Dana Davey.
Gorgeous.
Oh, it's done well, hasn't it?
Oh, it's definitely the highlight of my job. I wait for months for them to come home, and I'm very close to a lot of the mares, so I like to see what they've got every year coming off the truck.
Those first steps may be tentative, but David's already eyeing the future.
This is Lady Classic and her Darcy Brahma colt.
What a strapping looking little boy.
Yeah,
It's great. It'd be great
Yeah.
if he's half as good as his dad, wouldn't
great first foal out of the mare.
Safely home, the newcomers are drenched. Then it's time for the team to take a closer look at their new charges.
It's the first time they've seen us, so we just spent a minute or two just comforting them, getting them familiar with us and making sure that mum's happy and all relaxed. Makes a big difference if the mum's happy. And then we put them out into their paddocks. Okay.
With all the care and attention in the world, the mares and foals are quietly moved along the Te Akau Strait to their new home.
Any names yet, Hannah? Status. They're all very cute and feel very close to all of them. Take special care of the lot of them.
We love seeing the mares and foals arrive home on the farm and to see what sort of individual each foal is and how it's going to sell as a mature older horse. And it's great to see them just relax and unwind.
They're calm. That must be a good indication that things are probably going to go okay in the next little while at anyway.
Well, horses just seem to be really happy out here. It's a quiet environment and they seem to relax very quickly and do extremely well.
After weaning, the foals graduate to these idyllic pastures, 300 hectares of specially fenced freedom where they'll stay until their first birthday. The tranquility, one of the secrets to Te Akau's success.
This is rolling limestone country that all around the world has proved that it's very, very good for raising young horses. And the horses out here do extremely well, as you can see. Good boy. And we're really looking forward to breaking them in 4 or 5 months' time.
Can you pick one now?
Well, you can pick ones which really look the part, but what you can't pick is the heart inside them. So no, we have no idea which one of these is going to be a really good horse. Perhaps none of them are, but I feel sure some of them will be.
What about this one? Is it 10 out of 10 for nosiness? Look at it.
He's a cracker. G'day, Shan. How's it going? Oh, that's good. How are all your horses?
David Ellis choreographs his entire bloodstock operation from this tiny office at Te Akau.
Gee, it'll keep you fit.
It's a complex operation. As well as the base at Te Akau, David's in daily contact with his stables at Matamata, Rangiora and a new offshore base in Singapore. But when there's activity at the home stables, it's hard to keep the boss away.
She's already dropped her coat And her feet are looking good, very solid. You know, it's come through a very tough winter. And
Give them a drench and then put them out and we'll let them grow for another 3 months.
These young horses are schooled early. They're given lessons in patience and hopefully they'll take this kind of handling in their stride when race day finally arrives. Pre-dawn at the Matamata racetrack, it's a world that's awake when most of us are asleep. All morning, horses are ferried between the Te Akau stables and the track. The early start gives the horses a chance to perform. They love the fresh track and working out before it gets too hot. These horses race for Te Akau's myriad of syndicated owners and are trained under the expert tutelage of Jason Bridgman. He's got an eye for a good horse.
See that just on the bridle, you know?
Yeah.
Quite keen.
Getting the best from a horse takes skill, and the staff at Matamata are one of the keys to Te Akau's success. Stable manager Shannon Melton has worked here for 19 years.
She's a world-class horsewoman and knows all the procedures here and knows all the owners. Old Frankie's horse is looking well, Shan?
Yep. He's due to go to the trials next week.
In Shannon's case, she was riding horses before she went to school and they just become very fond of the horses, and I think that if you treat them really well, they want to stay and help and be involved, and I think she's enjoyed seeing the business grow and develop over the years.
No, he's a lovely horse, actually.
Yeah.
Real nice. Good attitude, most of the time. A little bit cheeky, he's trying to bite Mary.
Like some of the girls that work here.
Do you take a punt with some of these people that you employ?
No, probably not, because it's hard to get people that want to start at 3:30 in the morning, and most young people are only just getting home from nightclubs then. But the really good horsewomen are a huge asset in an operation like ours.
To get a winner on race day, first you have to know what to buy.
This colt's a real Zabeel.
I hope you're not giving away too many of your secrets.
Well, I probably am.
Happy in his work at the Oak Stud at Cambridge, Waikato's champion stallion Darcy Brahma.
Good boy.
He's proof of David Ellis's ability to pick a winner. He paid just over $1 million for the yearling in 2004.
I first saw him as a foal. We selected him, we bought him, we syndicated him amongst some breeding enthusiasts to see him go the full distance as the champion 2-year-old, champion 3-year-old and champion 4-year-old. It is really unheard of, and we decided early on that we wanted him to stand in New Zealand, and in his first 4 seasons at stud, he's generated $15 million in service fee income. He's a very special individual.
Good lad, good lad, good lad.
Not a bad return on $1 million investment. Every year the search begins again to find another Darcy Brahma. Today sees David arrive courtesy of the Vella brothers at their Pencarrow stud near Cambridge.
We've got to make sure that we get it right. We're prepared to put a lot of time into it.
How's it going? Yeah, good to see you.
How's it going?
Very good.
Oh, good, everything under control?
Yeah, excellent.
As much
Well done
time
to
as
you.
needed to make the right decisions and to buy athletes that turn out to be top horses.
It's the start of David's summer sampling, the preview parades to examine what's on offer at this year's Karaka yearling sales. The statue to one-time Melbourne Cup winner Ethereal stands as a timely reminder of what might be.
469, David. Zabeel, oh so precious.
This master of equine lineage knows the bloodlines of every horse he meets.
This colt's a real Zabeel. Well, this is a mature colt, isn't it?
Isn't he going to make a
Yeah,
nice
she's
horse?
going to make a good mare. She'll leave a really good horse.
She always leaves a good type.
During these early parades,
Okay, welcome
David
up
keeps
again,
a
Phil,
poker
please.
face, showing no signs of excitement. But don't be fooled.
I like a horse with a presence that gets out and walks well in front of me. I love a nice head on a horse, and I like a nice shoulder. I like nice deep girths. I like plenty of strength down through the gaskin and in the hindquarters.
Oh,
Good boy. You're a very good boy. And then I imagine what he's going to grow like as a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and then a mature horse, because the day we buy these horses, it's really irrelevant what they look like. What is very relevant is what they look like the day we leg the jockey up for the first time.
I hope you're not giving away too many of your secrets.
Well, I probably am.
By the time David Ellis arrives at Karaka, he's crisscrossed the country, inspecting every horse on offer. He and head trainer Mark Walker are ready to go shopping.
So that red ransom's up tomorrow quite late, so we'll know exactly where we are.
Mark asked David for a job when he first left school. 20 years on, with a host of champion titles under their belts, it was David asking Mark to join the partnership and head up the Singapore racing base.
We work unbelievably well together. Away from the sales and for the races, we're good pals.
It's a sign of their closeness that David's godfather to Mark's children, and along with the rest of the Te Akau team, they make a formidable presence on Premier Sales Day.
I'll give them 100, eh?
I can't place them at that.
Can't you?
No. Oh, it's been terrific. We've had some wonderful moments in racing, and you know, we're going to have many more, obviously. And just because we're in different countries with the communication these days, you know, we're in regular contact daily. So whether it's email, phone, or there's a new thing we've got to try, Skype or something, we're getting the hang of modern technology.
But it was old-fashioned horse trading that again saw Te Akau top the buying at Karaka.
Have a look at this colt. This is the one we want.
The pair were in the mood to shop, buying 33 horses worth $4.7 million.
500 bid. I get 500 for him, 5 I've got. 600 bid.
David's been buying at Karaka since the 80s.
No, 74.
Over the years, he's perfected his art.
75, all right.
It's a trademark bidding style that ensures Te Akau Racing takes home exactly what it sets out to buy.
I cash him at 800. Well done, David, and congratulations to you. A lovely horse. 800,000 to the bid of David Ellis, Te Akau Stables. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good bit of business.
And the business continues.
He's for our syndicate. Yeah. Thanks, Aussie. Yeah.
Within hours, David will have syndicated this yearling, securing another top New Zealand bloodline.
Hey, Swampy, how are you?
Well, I'd really like to think that this colt's good enough to win Group 1s for us in Australia.
I was thinking more of Singapore.
The Derby there is a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Sydney Derby first.
Lovely horse.
Oh, isn't he a cracker?
But it'll be at least another 18 months before they know whether this $800,000 colt will be a winner. Race day at Te Rapa in Hamilton, and King's Rose, the Te Akau trained filly of the moment, is gearing up to run her race.
Mic up. Fading. On you both. Mix. Q Karen.
It's a big day for both the Ellises. Karen's been up since before dawn. She's driven to Hamilton to present First Call on the TAB's racing channel.
Well done, guys. That was good.
3 hours in front of the camera, then it's time for a quick wardrobe change before joining David at the racetrack.
How's it going?
They're hoping King's Rose will be successful today, but there's a bigger agenda. The Ellises share a love of racing and a determination to help grow New Zealand's multi-million-dollar bloodstock industry.
Well, it keeps us all charged. It's a big thrill. We work very hard at our business, but it's also our hobby. So we're very lucky to do for a living what gives us so much thrill.
Yeah.
And it's great to reward our owners that have put so much faith in our operation.
Gates open, they're off and racing at the Cambridge Stud Tristram Fillies Classic.
A win today would give King's Rose and her jockey Opie Bosson an unbelievable record of success after success.
From Insurgent, Blinding is warming up, so is Henry Higgins. King's Rose in front at the 100 metres.
Go, Opie!
Clear from Insurgent.
Go,
to be the Giant Killer, but she's digging in. King's Rose, that's 5 in a row.
Winner of the New Zealand Bloodstock Filly of the Year title even before the series is over.
Thank you.
It again puts Te Akau on the map and David on target for another successful year at the top of his game.
Bottle this and sell it, you'd make a fortune. It's the best game in the world. And it's not a game, I mean, it's a business, but it's a passion. We're just very lucky that, as you said, our business is our passion.
Yeah.
And you two particularly work very, very well together.
We seem to, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I mean, we're both very strong-willed individuals, you know. We're not shrinking violets. I mean, we have an opinion on most things, but we're a great team and your life couldn't be better.
A successful day, but the farmer from Te Akau isn't resting on his laurels. He's already looking ahead to the next achievement.
Ladies and gentlemen, last week I bought a half-brother to this filly for $875,000. This colt is as attractive an animal as this filly is, and I have one share left. So anybody's welcome to join the team.